Hello everyone, hello people, how are we all doing? Welcome to today's video. Students struggle a lot, scholars and students, they struggle a lot with getting a scholarship because sometimes they don't even know where to get the scholarship. And there are so many thousands of scholarships with funding opportunities that you can compete with. Some of them are not even competitive. But because you don't know about it, you don't even know that you're qualified to apply for such scholarships. And then this might interest you to know that every year some universities don't even finish giving out the scholarship that they have actually brought out for that academic year, because not so many people applied for it, because not so many people were aware of it. This same thing happened to me when I came to study. In fact, one of my classmates told me how she got a scholarship that nobody knew about. And she found out about that scholarship through someone. And when she told me about it, I shouted, because in the whole school, there were just 3 that got that scholarship. And that scholarship was meant for so many people from global south, from global south countries. So students struggle with these, not knowing that there are so many scholarships that different universities actually give for different programs. And sometimes students keep asking, so how do I know about these scholarships and how do I find out about them? How do I know about this in different schools? How do I find about them? That's why this video is being brought to you today, and this video is all about how to find schools with scholarships in your field. How to find schools with scholarships in your field. My name is Nancy, and on my channel I talk about issues that concern students, scholarships, studying abroad, scholarships, how your lifestyles during school and after studies, job opportunities, career progressions, and everything that you need to know to equip yourself to study abroad outside your home country. And so today we are going to start, but before we start, I would like you to please click on the subscribe button. Also click on the notification bell so that you keep getting updates on subsequent videos. And then share to everyone that you know that are looking for scholarships, and everyone that you know this video will benefit in any place that person is in any country. Just share with this person. All right, let's start. The first one, how you are going to find a school that will give you scholarship in your field. The first thing you should do is this. Think about, which country do I want to study? There are so many countries that universities give scholarship to people from global south countries especially. So think of which country do I want to study? Which country do I prefer? There are so many countries, like I said, the United Kingdom, United States of America, Australia, the Netherlands, Germany, Poland. So decide on the country you want. Now, when you have decided on the country or countries that you would like to study, the next thing for you to do is to Google. Just go to Google and then search the school with that program you want. First of all, which school do you want to go to? Which country rather do you want to go to study? And which program do you want to study? 2 things. Which country do you want to study? And which program do you want to study? I'm going to ask the plural. Which countries do you want to study and which programs do you prefer? Now go to Google, search universities in that country that are offering that program. For example, when you go to Google, you said universities in the United States of America with undergraduate geology or postgraduate geology. Sometimes it's always good for me, I put masters in so program, and then it will give you a list of so many universities. You can also further click on cheap universities in United Kingdom or United States of America that have scholarship opportunities for MSc Microbiology, for MSc Chemistry, for MA International Development, for MA History, for BA, that's undergraduate, for BA English, for BA History, for BA BSc, any program that you prefer or you want to study. You just click on it. It will give you a list of programs. You just keep clicking them, and later you start reading through. Now, remember, you need to have your list so that you'll be jotting down. You start reading through to find out what you feel you would prefer. Now, the next thing to do is, because you have seen so many schools and you have put them, opened them and highlighted them and maybe written them down, now you have to click on the department, because you have seen a school, maybe University of Florida, for example. It will open, the website of that university will open. Look for faculties or departments. Click on the department of your choice. When you get to that department of your choice, your next thing to do there is for you to check for undergraduate and postgraduate requirements. Each program will have undergraduate requirement and postgraduate requirements. So click on whatever you want. Is it undergraduate? Is it postgraduate? When you have done that, read carefully the offer they have. So you're going to look for, when you have finished reading the requirement for that program, because of course you will definitely apply for admission. When you have finished reading for the requirement of that, you need to go and read fees and funding opportunities in that department. But this is what I normally do. I click on international, because each university has international fees and home fees, so they are different. When you click on international fees, it will give you everything you need to know concerning international students. So you need to click on it and then find out scholarship opportunities that they have for international students in that particular program or department or school. Now, you also need to click on the funding page of that university. So remember, I said click on the funding page of the department. Now you're going to see so many scholarship opportunities that that department is offering. Sometimes it might be full-time, some partial, some maybe £10,000 or $10,000, off the tuition fee. So it varies. Now you also need to get to this funding opportunity of that school, not just the department of the school, to find out further opportunities, scholarship opportunities that that school is offering. And then you click and read up. After that, the next thing you have to do is to apply for admission in that school. If you notice my subsequent videos, I always tell you that before you apply for scholarship, you must have gotten admission in that school. So apply for admission immediately. Now note, most of these schools, when you look at the scholarship opportunities, you will always see deadline. So you'll always see deadline for that particular course and that particular scholarship opportunities. The deadline will always, help you to know when to apply and if the application process will take time. And that's why it's not always good to procrastinate. It's good to start immediately. So what you need to do is apply for admission in that school. By then, you must have looked at the requirements for that particular course and check if you meet the requirement. If you meet the requirement, of course, you apply and attach all the necessary documents that they might have told you to attach and submit. When you get the admission, of course, when you get admission, they will send you an email notifying you that you have been granted admission in that program and in that school. The next thing for you to do is to apply for scholarship. When you apply for scholarship, you must have seen this scholarship when you check the funding and fees page. when you apply for scholarship, immediately you apply for scholarship, you will also note if you meet the requirements for the scholarship. So when you apply for the scholarship, you have to note that they always ask for personal statement or proposal or statement of purpose. By the time you're waiting for admission, you must have started working on your statement of purpose. You write your statement of purpose, you give it out to be edited by maybe your lecturers or those you know that are qualified in writing statement of purpose or personal statement or proposal. They keep editing and reading and editing and make sure that what you have written is good. The English sentences were well structured, everything is fine, and then you know that you have gotten that, and before the admission comes, prepare yourself, get all the requirements that they must have stated that you need to get, because most times deadlines are always fast approaching. Now, most universities will always have a lot of different requirements, so make sure that you meet those requirements. My candid advice: don't stick to one country, don't stick to one school. Keep applying. Apply as many schools as possible. Apply to as many countries as possible. Remember, when you spread your application, you might get so many negative responses. But because you have done so many, you have applied in so many schools, of course, you might definitely get 1 or 2 or 3 positive responses. And that's why it's always important for you not to just apply in one country or in one school. Even if you decide to apply in one country, let's take for example, you want to apply only in Canada. When you apply in Canada, apply to as many universities in Canada as possible that have that program of your choice. Of course, some programs are a bit related, so even if it's not exactly what you have applied in one school, University of Toronto, it might be what another university is offering, but something slightly different but similar. So you just apply. Don't just push yourself in a corner and say, oh, of course they are not offering. Look at the modules of that course and you see that the modules are related, but maybe different nomenclature of the program. Now, for those that are coming for postgraduate study, most schools will require you to make contact with your supervisor before you come in, before you are given admission, and before you are given scholarship. So what you need to do is, you will see graduate admission page in that department. You will see list of lecturers that are in that department. Check these lecturers and their field of specialty. If you will see the ones that are into what you want to study, your research area, you send that person email. It can be 1 or 2 or 3. Send them email. And when you're sending them an email, we call that cold emails because they don't know you. When you're sending them an email, always note that you should take it seriously. So you draft a cover letter. And that cover letter, take it so seriously. You will have a cover letter. You will also attach your CV and your transcript. So when you're sending an email, not just type email, no. Have a cover letter that you have written in MS Word. Be formal, be official. Let that professor know or that doctor know that you know what you're coming for and that you're good in your field. So you have that, have a cover letter, have your CV that you have really worked on. So you can Google and check how such CVs should be structured. There are so many videos on that. Have a CV. Then also, when you have your CV, you also have your transcript attached, because the lecturer will love to read all those things and will want to know if he will want to supervise you. When you have done that, you send it. Now, you can use that cover letter or statement of purpose for those that are coming from undergraduate. Yeah, postgraduate also write statement of purpose. So you can use that statement of purpose or personal statement over and over again, but you have to tweak it. What I mean is this: if you're going for another program that is similar to the program that you have already applied for, you have to check their requirement, check what they want, and then rework or rewrite some paragraphs. But the paragraphs are almost alike, but you just need to rework some paragraphs to suit the requirement of the other school that you're applying to. So apply to as many schools as possible, apply for as many scholarships as possible, and then endeavor to make sure that you meet the requirements. And then work on your cover letter, work on your statement of purpose, work on your personal, because that's what the school will read, that's what the supervisor will read, that's what they will read, and then they will want to have you as one of them. Please, I urge you to know that you have to be positive minded. Even when you start getting negative responses, keep being positive minded. Keep applying to as many schools as possible and keep being focused. Tell yourself, I will get that scholarship this year. I'm going to be one of those that will testify and rejoice. Until we see again, please click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, share to as many people as you know as possible. I'm going to post another video on a particular school that is offering some scholarships and their deadlines are almost here. Stay good and be great. Bye-bye.